corner of Alabama and Trenton on a marvelous Monday morning. Mike Kane, our guest. Mike with BuddyBallRuston.com, BuddyBallRuston.com. We got the split screen thing going here. Mike, good morning. Good morning, buddy. How are you?
Good.
All right, so let's first of all, Mike Kane, BuddyBall, Ruston, give us, how did you get involved with BuddyBall, and when did you find out about it?
I got involved. The person in Ruston who started BuddyBall, who's really responsible for us having it, is a man named Edwin Davis, who was a veterinarian here in Ruston.
Right.
And Edwin had a grandson that played BuddyBall in Longview, Texas. And Edwin had been over there in Longview and watched his grandson, like we all do, and he came back to Ruston. He said, this is something we need. And he approached 5 or 6 of us and said, will y'all help me get it started? And we all said, absolutely. And we started off, and it's just gotten better and better ever since.
You know, I'm sitting here chuckling, and what I'm chuckling is who would say no to the concept? And explain the concept, too, because there are those out there that may or may not know what Dixie Diehards is, and their fundamental philosophy, quite simply, is baseball just for the fun of it, and it's all about the participants. So explain what is BuddyBall so others will have a greater grasp of understanding.
BuddyBall is a league that is for special needs kids. And what we do in BuddyBall is each child is matched up with a buddy, is the reason why it's called BuddyBall. And they help them on defense. They help them hit. Some kids are in wheelchairs. They'll push them down the baselines. Mm-hmm. So that's the concept of why it's called BuddyBall. Our goal is these are kids that have brothers and sisters that maybe they've gone and watched them for years, played Little League baseball, and they have to watch. So what we're trying to do is give these kids the same experience, or as close to the same experience that they see their brothers and sisters and friends get.
Right.
So it's a league for them. They get trophies at the end of the year. We have a loud announcer that announces the names, and so we just try to have it where they come out on Saturdays and they have fun.
And this Saturday, I'm going to try to capture the flavor, atmosphere, ambiance, and exuberance of BuddyBall as more people come on out. Now, the fields are south of Ruston. They're part of the sports complex as you come from the Green Clinic. The first 4 fields to the right are the small fields. Is that correct?
That's exactly.
10 a.m. is for the younger players, and 11 a.m. is for the older players. BuddyBallRuston.com, BuddyBallRuston.com. Mike Kane, our guest. Neither the participant nor their family pay a single penny because of the generosity of the community and individuals coming together. Is that correct?
That absolutely. And I'll say this, and I've told many people, one of the reasons that we've been successful in BuddyBall is because of Ruston.
Right.
We've had when we first started, we didn't have anything. The banks jumped on board. We had businesses in town jumped on board and helped us finance it until we could raise the money to keep it going. So without this town, it wouldn't be near what it is. So we're very fortunate that we have good people in Ruston, and they've been very, very, very good supporters of ours.
Well, give the Mike Kane story, and because you've been in Ruston, I've been here since 1981. I loved it then. I love it now. It just seems like right now, all the right people in the right places doing the right things for all the right reasons, people coming together. What's the Mike Kane story? Because you got a story to tell from when you got here, and obviously you're still here because you could have gone back to Houston. Tell us a little bit about your beginning and what you sensed, and brag on the community again.
Well, I grew up in Houston, Texas my whole life, and by the time I got to be 20 years old, I was sick of the city, and I was very fortunate that I played baseball. I was recruited here at Louisiana Tech, and it's the first place I went to visit. And when I left here, I went straight home and told my parents that's where I'm going. So I came here in 1977 to play baseball at Louisiana Tech, and here it is 2021, right. And I'm still here in Ruston, Louisiana, and don't ever plan to leave.
Well, I'm with you as well, and yes, we've all gone through changes, literally, physically, spiritually, and facility-wise. When you got here, was the ball field where it is today?
It was where it is, but it was a whole lot different.
There were actually, and I dig this too, there were pine trees blocking the view from the trains that are going through. Now with the new stadium, the Love Shack 2.0, Pat Patterson Park, the train literally is part of the experience of baseball at the new facility.
Yeah, it's a lot different now. Beautiful, beautiful stadium. Who would have ever thought we'd have had something like that? But it's a gorgeous stadium, but it's a lot different than it was then.
Sure enough. BuddyBallRuston.com, BuddyBallRuston.com. Mike Kane, our guest. I want to encourage folks because, and again, Mike, we all have our struggles. We all have our issues. We have good days. We have bad days. If you just want a day to put your life in perspective, just come out Saturday, 10 a.m. and or 11 a.m. or both a.m.s. Just to get to taste what we're talking about, the spirit of community, a spirit of cooperation, and then all of the other ancillary character qualities of perseverance, of joy, of the players are what I'm talking about here. Sometimes people don't experience that. You experience it.
Yeah, it's most, I tell people how rewarding it is for me, but I tell people that I guarantee you if you're having a day that's not good, and you come watch BuddyBall, I promise you, when you leave there, you're going to have a smile on your face. There's no way you can come and watch it and just not be smiling the whole time.
BuddyBallRuston.com, the opportunity for folks to step up. Do you have enough buddies, or you need more buddies?
Right now, we have our buddies this weekend. We have some students from Tech coming, from the sorority and the physical education department.
Okay.
Next weekend, we'll have some students from Ruston High School. And the last weekend, we'll have some athletes from Grambling State University. So also, not only will you see the kids playing BuddyBall, you'll probably see some kids out there being the buddies that you know, too.
I smile and chuckle, and we may have talked about this. I think you and I met maybe 2018. Doesn't matter. It was back then, but we're here now. Beeper ball. Do you have any beeper ball participants, and do you know what beeper ball is? I presume you do.
Yeah, we have one girl that doesn't see that Rick calls it beeper ball because it's a big ball and it's got like a candle in it. When you pull the candle out, it starts beeping,
right.
And it's so she can hear the ball and she can hit the ball.
Right.
So we have that, and rewarding. She hits the ball and smiles the whole way down the first baseline. So, like I said, if you come to BuddyBall and you don't leave there smiling, there's something wrong with you.
And I'm smiling now just talking about it. I want to carry the conversation on. I think we hit all of the highlights. BuddyBallRuston.com. Limited season. Typically, it's just in April, correct?
Exactly.
And that's obviously everything's focused on the participants. Some can, some can't. Some have good days, some have other days. And so is that perfect, or do you see any room for expansion? Do you want to grow anymore, or what's the vision?
Well, here's what we try to do. And like everyone, we try to gauge our spring season when it's not too cold and it's not too hot.
There you go.
We try to go in the fall after it's the main part of the heat's over with and before it gets too cold.
Got it.
And so we found out that at one time we were doing 6 weekends, and it was a little bit too much, that we didn't quite get 6 weeks drug out. We didn't quite have the participation. When we went to 4 weeks, we found out that more of the kids would come. It opened up more space for the parents, and also we didn't drag into the time of the year where it was either too hot or too cold.
Sure enough. Okay, awesome. I would dare say, I just wanted to bring up, because it's another worthwhile organization, med camps, that a lot of the participants of BuddyBall Ruston get to take advantage of the generosity and all that's going on at med camps. Am I right on that?
That's exactly. A lot of the kids that we have are kids that also do med camps.
Have you been out there lately to see what's happening?
Unbelievable.
Oh, I know. Mike, what else can we possibly say here this morning for the greater good of the buddies, BuddyBallRuston.com participants as well as community?
The last thing I'll say is these kids are just like all kids. Hey, the more people that are there to clap for them,
right,
the better experience it is for them. So I promise you, if you come out to BuddyBall, you're going to do 2 things. You're going to make a bunch of kids real happy, and you're going to walk away happy.
I was dialing up here. I couldn't get him up quick enough there. Dr. John does a great rendition of Take Me Out to the Ball Game. We'll get to that. Mike, thanks so much, my friend. I'll see you Saturday myself.
Appreciate it. Look forward to it.
Looking forward to it, and thank you for coming into and experiencing, experiencing the Bike Smith studios here.
Love it.
All
Love
right.
it.
Thank you so much, my friend.